Hi, today we are going to talk about the integers. Now, the first thing is that why do we need integers? Let us consider a scenario where we have, suppose, a loss of $10. Now, in words, we can say that loss of $10, but in math, we need to represent this quantity in some numbers. So, loss of $10 can be represented as negative $10 or simply negative 10. Here we can come across some numbers which are not positive but negative, and here we introduce the integers. Integers are nothing but they are the natural numbers with their negatives and including the number 0. So they are naturals with their negatives and also the number 0. Why do I say 0 separately? Because the naturals start from 1 and nowhere. Similarly, their negatives will start from -1 and will and nowhere, and the number 0 is only 0. It's neither negative nor the positive. Okay, now as we try to compare the integers, let us first draw a number line to understand this. Okay, now I'm drawing a straight line. The straight line, we put the two arrows at the two ends to represent that this line never ends. Okay, in the middle I have the 0. On the right side I have the positive numbers like positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5, positive 6, and so on. And on the left side I can have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and so on. Okay, now when I try to compare the integers, one thing I should first see over here is that regardless of the integers, let's try to compare the numbers, say 2 and 5. It's very of course that 5 is greater than the 2. Now one thing here we can notice is that the 5 lies towards the right of the number 2 and 2 lies towards the negative. So here we can say that the number which lies towards the right is greater, and the one that lies towards the left is the lesser one. The same rule we can apply to compare with the integers. For example, I try to compare -4 with the -2. Now from the number line I can see that the -2 lies towards the right of -4, or -4 lies towards the left of -2. That means the number towards the right is greater, so -2 will be greater than the -4. The similar rule can be applied for comparing the numbers with 0. If I try to compare -5 with 0, now again from the number line I can see that 0 is towards the negative, it's towards the right of -5, although I cannot see -5 here, but of course there will be a -5 here. So the 0 is greater than the -5, and we can just imagine the numbers on the number line. So let us try to compare -15 with a number, say -32. Now we can just imagine the number line and we can just see that the number -15 compare -15. So -15 will be greater than the number -32.